Okay, quick run of what we learned. If you're trying to put a bunch of videos together, you want to make sure to use this command once you have installed FFmpeg and have a text with these videos in order. It will automatically, it takes 10 seconds to actually do it, so you don't have to wait, and you can reuse this command. And here it explains what it does, but we'll skip that and just paste it in the Word doc. If you're using command line and you want to control F4 something, this is the best one. It's on Chris Titus's Tech Tips, very intuitive. And if you want to open a new command, it's at the top, so you have to do it through the top. I think it's Control Shift 2 or 3, something like that. We'll open a CMD. Okay, and then here we have the best Cleveland kimchis, Cleveland Kitchen kimchis. This is the best classic, followed by the mild, followed by spicy. If you're looking for those, and then HEB Organics apple cider vinegar, as well as the raw ferments, could be good, like sauerkraut. And then Flanagan Farm sauerkraut is reviewed as good. Either one of those. So, okay. Banyan Foods kimchi is also rated very high. It's 4.5 and above, so that one's good. Bubby's, for the most part, if it has a label like this, anything like no preservatives, non-GMO, refrigerate, that means it is absolutely raw, live, and probiotic. Okay. Tempers what you push down things with, and they recommend to do a wash cycle and hand dry. And then for the best blender, they go with Vitamix. This guy on YouTube does amazing reviews of a lot of products, testing them out. Vitamix is the brand, regardless of really what you're doing. And this, apparently, if you have a lot of money, it's $1,400, but this is the best one. And then if not, any of these are actually pretty good. The 755, 200, but they recommend the A3500. More for like a budget of the best brand. So that's cool. About half or less of your microbes will survive a blend process, and yes, it is selective for certain ones. You can see that here. Mainly LAB and some acetic. And yeah. The best to preserve them is you freeze dry them, which takes a long time, and there's machines for that that are huge. And then you can mash them up. Yeah. Okay, so now go to this. So as far as freeze drying, here's what it is. It literally dries completely. It takes multiple days, and these are kind of what they look like, and they're pretty expensive. Flash freeze is very quick freezing, preserving certain things. On Amazon, you can't say certain things like it's a health claim, like it's probiotic live cultures. You can't do it. Apparently, you get rejected in your review if you do that. These are the best ferment equipment pieces you need. So, and here's divided in tiers. We'll go into a few of those. So, flipping is not as good as like a crock pot water shield from the outside air, and usually you do this by having that 3-piece. It's like a plastic thing you put water in, and it keeps the air out. And with a like a grommet silicone in the middle, and that seems to be the best. And there are problems with just having a loose lid or loose tight and then flip and then loose again. So here's why. It's a mandolin, and yeah, that is pretty much an ACV can work, but this is probably the best. Distilled white vinegar diluted properly for cleaning and sanitizing. They all tie to the thing above. A cool idea though, let's see if it comes in, is instead of writing labels by hand and say the ferment will be done here, you can actually do a QR code. And the best that I found was this tote scan. Is it on here? No, it's not, but TOTESCAN. And you can actually have a QR code and change it on your phone. So that same QR code can be reused infinite amount of times. They have a 1.5 by 1.5 inch super water resistant tote scan. And again, you can reuse it. You just backspace on your phone, and you can also search on your phone. It's really cool. This is, if your gum is inflamed, it bleeds very easily. Even a 4 on the water pick will make it bleed. So, and the best way to heal this is you pretty much go low pressure, so 1. You also use, there's bamboo charcoal floss from Me Mother that is very good. And then some mechanic floss, water floss, and then you can salt rinse. There's also cloves in a video, cloves that you mix with olive oil. You don't have to, but you switch around with some type of oil in your mouth on that side. Just swish. And then this is not suggested, but avoid eating on that side for a few, and then let the inflammation come down. So the one that actually won was this, it was Mother Earth. This one, although ChatGPT says less suitable, it is definitely the most. If you look at the materials made, the websites, the reviews, definitely ended up being the most reputable and suitable. Let's see. And then how you floss. Here's a quick thing, but apparently you want to get up on each of the sides, above the tooth, so in the gum, which looks extremely painful, but that's apparently how you do it, and go very slowly, never snap through, very slow back and forth until it goes through. And don't reuse the same piece of string for especially if there's plaque on there. That's it. And now, cool, we're going to the last one. Yeah, mason jars are not carbonation safe. These, usually the swing top bottles are, and these plastic bottles that have rounded bottoms and tops are. These are the best airlock lids for anaerobic, way better than burping, because they emulate a water seal crock, which is culturally what they used to do. This is a water seal crock, pretty much the same thing, but in like glass or plastic up above. And then this is going to be the best flour sack towels, and the recommended is also the best. If you look at it, is Utopia Kitchen flour sack towels, and you fold it 4 times and then put a rubber band. That's for aerobic ferments. And here you go. In the aerobic ferment, typically there is rubber bands that do 3.5 inches in diameter, and the one you're gonna want that's recommended, and it's also by far the best review reputability is this one, Alliance Rubber. You can see it fits right around a mason jar top. So, yeah, full day.